Hello. Good morning. Good morning, beautiful people. How's it going? How's it going? There's no one here yet, but that's okay. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Hello. Hello. Good morning, Kate. How's it going? I'm just quickly putting on some makeup before I start the day, because right now I'm taking care of some people's dogs, and so I was kind of running out the house this morning, but then I didn't realize I had to be into work until a little bit later. But I'm just doing a little bit. So I'm not really gonna do news this morning. I'm kind of just gonna be doing like a hangout session, a little not like a Q&A, but I'm gonna be kind of just talking in my Trump impression. That's the idea for this live stream. I'm just going to be doing my Trump impression, kind of like talking back and forth with you all. Because, Saturdays I like to do something a little bit more lighthearted, because sometimes it can get really crazy in this country. So, yeah. I'm drinking the woke coffee. The coffee that's made by a barista that has the they them pronoun thingies. I'm drinking the coffee by the people who have rainbow colored hair, and I don't know how I feel about it. It tastes like the Skittles. Tastes like the Skittles leprechaun. But let me tell you, it's secretly good stuff. It's delicious. It's delicious. And yes, by the way, I do wear just a little bit of makeup. Just a little bit. I know, I'm not expecting too many people to hop in here this morning, but oh, hello. I usually do a morning news live stream, Flannel Stone, but today I'm kind of just doing like a little, once I put on my makeup, I'm going to be doing like a normal, or I'm going to be doing like I can't English. I will be doing a live stream specifically just doing my Trump impression. It's not going to be anything crazy. Usually I break down political news and kind of happenings of, where we are at. But because it's Saturday, I like to do something a little bit more lighthearted. And by the way, for the guys that are scrolling in here, it takes me 5 minutes to just do a tiny bit of light movie star makeup. That's all. And let me tell you, especially as a guy, it can really make the biggest difference. And if you want to talk about masculinity, nothing's more masculine than accentuating your cheekbones. You think this is really, really strong now? It will fade. Just give it a second. But, anyway. Dr. Shiva is modern day Messiah. I have no idea what that means, but cool. So anyway, I will be doing my Trump impression for this live stream, and my goal or my aim is just to be like lighthearted with it. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It's not going to be anything like, overly, oh my God. And just a little bit of setting spray. But you see how it like accentuates your cheekbones just a little bit? It makes it look more defined. I should have put on a lot more orange makeup. Then I could really do my Trump impression. Anyway, Good morning, my little muchachos. Good morning. Let me tell you, it is Saturday, October 11th. It is October 11th, and some people were telling me that it's my birthday, and I said, what age am I? I don't know. Maybe I'm 69 again. Am I 69? I don't know. But let me tell you, I've never looked better. I am fantastic, incredible. Everyone loves me. It's amazing. If you have any questions, then put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, you woke liberals. Put it in the chat for me. Eyebrows are sisters, not twins. That is very true. I should have won the Nobel Peace Prize. I should have won it. You know, I'm very familiar with a lot of pieces. I'm familiar with the pieces. I like the pieces of the symphony. I like the piece of chocolate. I love a piece of chocolate, especially the stuff that's like the milk chocolate or the dark chocolate. You know, let me tell you, I just love the chocolate. Except I don't really like the chocolate like Candace Owens. I don't like the chocolate because, you know, she's criticizing me and I don't like that. I don't like any criticism. You know, freedom of speech should always extend to everyone. If it's just criticism of me, though, no. We cannot have criticism of the American government. I am de facto the American government. So, criticism of me is unconstitutional. It should be illegal. You don't like our country. Get out you disappointment. I don't think so. If you put something in the chat, I might read it out in my Trump impression. You know, I had a friend, he was a great friend. I had a great friend, a fantastic friend, one of the best friends ever. You've never seen a better friend. And let me tell you, I loved that friend with all my heart that I'm now missing ever since, 1987, I've been missing my heart. I buried it in a chest in the sand. Someone said I look like Davy Jones, and I said, no, I'm more of like an orange Oompa Loompa. But let me tell you, it's fantastic. I love how Trump lives rent-free in your head. Let me tell you, he lives rent-free. He doesn't pay the rent. He says, you're fired. Let me stay here. Let me mooch off of you. You know, I like to claim that it's the undocumented people all across the country, the illegals, that are living rent-free, but really it's Trump just living rent-free in your head. Zest Fest, you are not funny. Oh, I'm offended. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm hurt. It's meant to just be a lighthearted live, dude. Chill. Stop sounding gay. You want me to start sounding straight? Okay. What's up, bro? Let's grow mustaches. Seriously, let me actually try to sound straight for you all. It probably will be offensive to straight people, okay? Hey, how's it going? What's up, bro? Sweetheart, you asked me not to sound gay. Like, I'm sorry, this is just how I sound. It's not my fault if you attach every single fiber of what I do as a person to my sexuality. That's just weird. Like, I'm just existing. You know, it's like, anyway, it's just weird. These people are weird. Get some help, bud. I heard therapy is good. Is that like the cousin of Ludacris? I heard therapy is good. But you know, therapy, I also heard it was just a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and I can't stand it. You know, someone told me I should go seek help. And I don't know why my hands are going the wrong ways now. Listen, let me tell you, if you like my Trump impression, then you should smash that subscribe button. Oh, someone said the word China. China. Let me tell you, not Japan, not Mongolia, not Argentina. Argentina sounds like the name of my maid growing up when I was in college in a small town living in New York. And let me tell you, one of my favorite quotes to ever say is, if I win, I should be 100% given all the credit, and if I lose, I should not be blamed at all. Let me tell you, I ordered one of those they-them coffee drinks from the Starbucks instead of the Square Bucks, instead of the Circle Bucks, instead of the the lots of bucks. The bucks are the does. Ordered a woke coffee drink. The woke coffee drink kind of tastes like hazelnuts, and I don't like anything with nuts in them. I don't want people to think that I'm gay. So let me tell you, I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee, and I don't know. I don't know if I even like coffee beans. I don't know how coffee is made. Is it just you put coffee beans in a barrel and you stomp on them like they do with the wine? I don't know. But let me take a sip and we'll see. I once had a cousin. His name was Blake Trump. And Blake Trump was a festive little queer. And he sounds like he would be the person that kind of makes this coffee. That coffee is making me question my sexuality. I'm starting to convert into a they, them. Like the children, they go off to school and then they come home and they come home trans. They go to school and they come home trans. If you all do a super chat, I will definitely make sure to address it or read it out in a Trump voice. Other than that, it's just, I'm just doing my Trump impression. And it's like, can you do an impression of Trump stopping war? I don't know. We'll see. In all realness, I really do hope that ceasefire actually it goes through. Although that being said, do I trust Trump? Personally, no. Because this is a guy who claimed that two countries were fighting when they weren't even fighting. So do I trust him on that? No. Let me tell you, someone told me that I'm trying to get into heaven. I'm trying to get into heaven, and someone said I'm not doing very well. Someone said that I need a little bit of help. Someone said I need a little bit of assistance. They said that I if I go to heaven, I'm going to be given a large estate. I'm going to be having all heavenly choirs, lots of heavenly choirs singing Ave Maria. And it will be all golden gates, not the bridge. We don't want the bridge like the Golden Gate Bridge from San Francisco. That's the woke bridge. It's probably made out of steel, which I'm against steel because I want them to stop the steel and bring the steel back to the United States. But speaking of gold, you see what I did there? I started doing a weave. People tell me that I need to do a weave, and I heard that that's the hair of Charmaine, my old hairdresser. She was a black woman, I think. I don't know when she turned black. She maybe turned black in 2002. Maybe it was because of 9/11 or Osama bin Laden or Barack Obama. Barack Obama, he was elected in 1987. They had just gotten the rights. They had just gotten the rights to being free, to being loved, to being woke. And I'm against the wokeness, if you can't tell. I don't like being awake. I'd rather sleep all day. You see what I did there? That was a weave. That was a weave. Weaving all in and all out. Someone said that a weave is a position. It's a position in intercourse. And I said, I don't know. I haven't tried that one. I'm not against it. If you like my Trump impression, then make sure to send some likes, or make sure to do tap the little laughing thing if you're enjoying it. If not, then it's okay. Then scroll on. It's just meant to be lighthearted fun. Okay, chill. I don't know if I want to take a sip of this woke coffee. It's probably gonna taste like DEI. This coffee is probably gonna taste like DEI, which stands for Dirty Epstein Infusions. And I don't know if I want to drink the DEI. I don't know if I want to drink the wokeness. Maybe it will taste like woke juice. It'll taste like rainbows. They say that Skittles are the rainbow. And let me tell you, Rainbow was the name of a stripper I met when I was in college. I slept with her once, maybe 1.5 times. I don't know. She had very, very blonde hair. She didn't have any rainbow colors. Her name was Rainbow. She said that she might go by they, them pronouns. This is back in 1987, 1965, maybe 1584. Not quite sure the year. I don't know how old I am anymore. How old am I? Am I 69? That's my favorite number, 69. I love a 69. 69 is what I got in my SATs. 69. What a beautiful number. 69. That's how old Melania is. My hens do big things even though they're tiny. 69. I know she's not 69. 67. 65. I can't count. What are numbers? Numbers are all made up. Did you know that? Did you know that numbers are made up? Just like the windmills. Just like the windmills, they're all made up. They're all made up. Everything is made up. Epstein is made up. Lily Mays is made up. Crumble Cookies is made up. I once had a taco. Tacos are made up. Everything is blue. Give more vocal fry, they said. Oh, I don't know about if I can do the vocal fry. If I do the vocal fry, I don't know. Truther. Am I a truther? I don't know. If I'm a truther, then I can't stand it. I am pro-truth. Truth. Like Babe Ruth. I love balls. The balls are delicious. I love like a baseball or a ballroom. I love a ballroom. It says get banned. What? Like Guitar Hero band? My neck's starting to hurt from doing it in this position. What if I try to move it over here? What if I try to do it like that? Hello? Nah, I think we're just gonna have to stick over here. You know what's so funny though? Just as like a quick little aside. Most every single morning during the week, I hop on and I just report the news. Like, I just give you the raw factual information. I just share the objective information in hand. And it's just funny because I do that and I will share my opinion, which you can always disagree with. And there are people that harass me. Endless amounts of harassment in the chat. And it's sad. It really is sad. Now, today is meant to be more of like a lighthearted thing because I'm just really doing my Trump impression. That all being said, there's so many people that are so dedicated to being nasty online. Do something more productive with your time. Minding your own business is free. You know, I'm just chilling, living my life. I hope that you go and chill and live yours. You know? So, just saying. Just saying. Let me tell ya, I love the lives. I love the lives because I love to save all the lives. Once I got into office, back in 1983, I've been president all these years. I let Barack Obama have a try at it. I said, go ahead, Barack boy. Give me a try. Give it a try for me. I've been president since 1583. And it looks like I haven't aged over 687 years. But let me tell ya, one of the best. What? That was a woke coffee burp. That was a woke coffee burp. What toy did you pull those hands off? Actually, one of my woke supporters, her name is Erica, ordered these for me and shipped them to me so I could do my Trump impression. Erica, are you in the chat? That burp was because of Obama. Obama created the burps. Obama created the burps. All burps are pro-Obama. All burps are pro-Obama. I don't know about anything other than this. This is sad. You were obsessed, dude. It's a lighthearted, chill live stream. If there was someone doing a Biden impression or a Kamala Harris impression that was like spot on, look, I'm gonna laugh at it. I've also been working on a Bernie Sanders impression, but it's not as good. It's not as good. You have to have the hands up here to do a Bernie Sanders impression. You gotta like look really, you gotta look serious. Joe. This is very important for us to understand. We need Medicare for all. It's not as good, but it's still funny. Do Biden. I don't have a good Biden impression, mainly because, bless his heart, he's just kind of boring. Like, the only person that really does Biden really well is Dana Carvey on SNL. Dana Carvey he's like, no, Joe, I'm serious. All right, Steve, I'll take a vowel. No, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. It's cool. Listen, look, read the polls. Read the polls, Jack. Do Kamala. Here's the thing. I don't think it's politically correct for me to do a Kamala Harris impression because I'm not a woman, but then I'm also not a woman of color. So I feel like that would be more of that would be, we should leave that up to other people to do that, you know? The same way that like you don't have Maya Rudolph then try to do an impression of Biden or Trump or, you know, anyone like that, you know? It's just probably not the best. I would say leave it to women of color to do that kind of impression. It's, as a white guy, I can do the impressions of other white guys, you know? It's not in good taste, you know? It can be seen as offensive. Like, I feel like, and there's an agreed upon thing where a lot of white cultures will be like, yeah, you can make fun of ours because you look like us, but like, depending on that, it's not in good taste for me to try to do an impression of a woman of color. The same way it's not great for a woman of color to try to do an impression of a white person in that sense, like do it officially, you know? So, someone says we don't claim you. Listen, you don't claim me, but the baggage claim does. I love a baggage claim. I come with a lot of baggage. They had 500 planes. Why else do you think I needed to get a plane from Qatar? From Qatar. No, not the word guitar. I don't like to play the music. You know, they said, pluck the strings, and I said, I don't know. I don't know how to play the guitar. Listen, someone said this woke crap needs to leave. I don't understand how I'm doing an entire live stream talking about my Trump impression and you still think it's woke. You still think it's woke. Maybe anything that is awake is considered woke. I love all these people that just are like obnoxious in the chat. I'm just doing a lighthearted, funny, like little morning live stream. You sound like a Spanish Trump. No, your tuna impression is good. How do I do a tuna impression? How do you impersonate a fish? What? Where's the dislike button? Scroll on, bucko. Minding your own business is free. You don't like something. This is the thing. To all these annoying, obnoxious haters, you don't like the live stream, but if you comment on it, if you watch it long, then the algorithm is going to share more of it to you. That's how an algorithm works. So if you don't like my content, then don't watch it. Don't comment. It's going to show you more of me, which I know I'm cute. I know I'm fun. I know I'm hilarious. But like, it's so funny because there are these like macho men. They're like, get off my page. It's like, you commenting is telling the algorithm, it's not reading your comment and then thinking, oh, I'm going to be able to interpret this context. It's seeing comment made on that, show more of that. Sweetheart, it's going to do more of that. All praise the algorithm. Listen, I'm not even a big fan of the algorithms. You know why I'm not a fan of the algorithms? Because it has the word Al Gore in the ithm. And an algorithm, they sound woke. Those algorithms are something made from Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley, where all of the people have a gay son, a lesbian daughter that is a part of the goth club at her local high school, that probably thinks that it's okay to still wear the Heelys, the shoes that roll. And let me tell you, Silicon Valley is a disgusting, deplorable, ugly, awful place. It's in the California. You know, I don't even like the country of California. The country of California should never have been part of the United States. Gavin Newsom is tearing that California country apart. Maybe we should make that the 55th state of America. And Mike Johnson is gay, doing an impression of him. I haven't worked on a Mike Johnson impression. It might not be good. Does your wife like your voices? I don't have a wife. I don't have a wife. I'm surprised that you could infer that from my content. You know what is so, you know what is just so silly? That like 60 to 65% of the comments that are on my live stream are always about my sexuality. I'm not talking about my sexuality whatsoever. Here's the thing. If 60 to 65% of the comments are always trying to poke fun at, mention, or somehow like bully or be degrading based on my sexuality, when I'm over here doing a funny Trump impression, just existing, not even talking about it, you're the ones that are making it weird because you're constantly pointing it out. Imagine me being with my friends that are not gay, but constantly talk about how straight they are. They'd be like, dude, calm down. Like, what the fuck? Why? Exactly. It's just so silly. Like, if I was with some of my coworkers, which most all of my coworkers are straight, right? If I were to constantly point out how straight they are, they'd be like, dude, why? And exactly, they'd have a point. So it's just weird because people are like, stop making everything about your sexuality. It's like, I'm not making anything about my sexuality. I'm existing as a person, doing a funny little Trump impression or doing the news, and like, I'm just existing, and then it's not my fault if you make everything about my sexuality. Because there are a lot of people that when they see me, they just think gay, 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 gay. I mean, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. But nowhere am I talking about it. See, and that's the thing, until I have to actually defend myself in that way. But that's the thing. That's the thing. It's not my fault if all you can see about me is my sexuality. It's not my fault. I'm living my life. Maybe you need to readjust the lens on which how you see other people. If all you do when you see other people is see their sexuality, you are creepy and weird. Stop. It's not good taste. Like, it's not my fault that if you look at me and all you think is gay, 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 that shows more about you than it shows about me. Annoying. That's what people see. No, sweetheart. That's what you see. See, for that person, imagine if all I see about you is that you're straight. You'd be like, dude, that's strange. Not even talking about my job, my pastimes, what I like to do with my family, or what I do in my personal life. If gay people were to look at straight people, and this is real talk, if gay people were to look at straight people and only talk about how they are straight, they'd be like, what the fuck, dude? And look, they would be right. They'd have a point. They'd have a point. Like, it's just weird. Exit out of your bubble and how you think about it, and think about how other people view it. That all being said, I knew a muchacho that was a little fruity. He was a little zesty. He was a little bit he had so much flavor that, you know, it was in one of those commercials. And he had so much flavor that Flavor Flav looked bland next to him. And let me tell you, he was an okay muchacho. He came across the border. I said that he was poisoning the blood of the country because he's a bad hombre. He's a bad hombre. But let me tell you, we became friends. He served me the woke coffee. He made me a salad without bacon. I said that was wrong. I said that all salads should have bacon. I wanted to order a Cobb salad with the lettuce, the tomatoes, the carrots, all on the side. The only thing is the Applewood smoked bacon. That's all I wanted on my salad. And then someone told me that a salad that is fancy is called a salad. A salad. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Cool hair was my first thought. Thank you. I am not bi. I am gay. But that's only one small thing about me. Someone says you're scared. I'm scared of the DEI, of the woke. I'm scared of all of it. Someone told me that crazy woke liberal gay socialist communist Marxist Scott Johnson is considering being woke or DEI or an undocumented immigrant for Halloween, because that's the thing that sells the fear on the right wing all the time. Someone said that he wants to be an undocumented immigrant for Halloween. And, you know, I would say that's pretty scary stuff right there. You know, an undocumented immigrant without the papers. That's pretty scary stuff. Anyway. My neck is literally starting to hurt because of doing this impression, you know? Like, I do this impression and I'm like, I'm in my car. Someone says awful impression. Let me tell you, it's one of the best impressions. One of the best impressions that you've ever seen. Someone told me that Scott Johnson's impression is worth a stage. Worth a stage. Not the stagecoach. I don't know a stagecoach. That's one of those weird covered wagons that you got dysentery on. But a stagecoach, not like the coach of your high school football team that you went to get your meth drugs, your performance enhancing drugs. No, someone said that Scott Johnson needs to take to the stage to do his impression. It's the best impressions out there. I love Trump is allegedly gay. I don't know about that, but like, here's the thing. This is real talk for a second. And also my car is getting kind of hot. When I watch SNL and I see Maya Rudolph do a Kamala Harris impression, I am laughing my ass off. Okay, have you seen Saturday Night Live? Have you seen Maya Rudolph do her Kamala Harris impression? Have you seen Dana Carvey do his impression of Joe Biden? It is hilarious. Here's the thing. As soon as any person that is a right-winger, as soon as someone does an impression of Trump, they are crying. They are crying, they are whining, they are bitching, they are moaning, and they are complaining. From the party that constantly claims that people can't take a joke. Dude, your hypocrisy is showing. Like, and see, that's the thing. If there are people that do an impression of Bernie Sanders, of Joe Biden, or Kamala Harris and they're Democrats, like, they're laughing with it. That's funny. Stephen Colbert and Seth Meyers do a pretty decent Bernie Sanders impression. I'm a Bernie Sanders, like, that's someone that I admire in regards to, like, that's someone that I align my political values with. When they do an impression of Bernie Sanders, it is hilarious. And see, this is the thing. As soon as anyone does an impression of Trump, And they're like these right-wing Republicans. They're like, you're being mean. Oh, that's not fair. Oh, he didn't say that. You're constantly talking about how I'm not funny. It's like, okay. But this is all coming from the party that constantly rages that people can't take a joke. When you are a living embodiment of the hypocrisy on which you espouse. Is there no self-reflection at all? It's hard living in a country with people who are constantly a living contradiction of the values in which they supposedly have. It is tough, but yet we do it because we're Americans. Someone said, are you a lesbian? Let me tell you, Melania, I heard she was a lesbian, but she would be the last les that I would be in because I secretly really like Hillary. Why else do you think I was hate flirting all those years? So, if you don't like this country, then leave. No. I like this country. I was born here. I value this country. Since when did I say that I didn't like it? See, and that's the thing. Y'all are so desperate that you have to somehow like stoop to putting words in other people's mouths in order to confirm. As soon as I give out a point that makes you think a little bit critically, you're like, no! Let me completely divert. What about this? It's silly. It's silly. Anyway. I have to get to work here, because I have about 20 minutes. But I hope that you all enjoyed the live stream. It was just meant to be a quick little fun thing, not anything like super serious. I usually do political news during the week, but I have to get to work. So I appreciate every single one of you. Y'all learn to laugh. Like this is another thing. Comedy right now it's not meant to be serious. It does provide commentary or some sort of, you know, like, it does send a message, but it's not meant to be, like, overly so serious to the point where, like, it's, like, a big scathing critique, you know? So, right-wingers, learn to take a joke. Learn to laugh with the crowd. Democrats acknowledge that some of the things that Biden said were kind of weird. The dude said at one point, go out and lick the world. That's strange. It's okay. We laugh at it too. The thing is, right-wingers cannot take a joke. When I do a Trump impression, they get offended. They're like, oh my God. Learn to take a joke. Stop. Don't constantly whine about it. Oh my God, you're being mean. Says the person that's supporting a guy, Trump, who has a whole Wikipedia page dedicated to nicknames that he calls people. All I'm saying is that don't be a hypocrite. Don't say that, oh, I don't like comedy, but then if it's the other way around, all of a sudden, yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, all you're doing has been whining on this live stream. Specifically whining, doing my Trump impression, just an important community note that needs to be added. So, anyway, I appreciate every single one of you. I love all of you, even if you don't like me. So, I need to get to work. I love all of you so much. Shout out to my moderators. What's wrong with nicknames? They're childish. If I started calling everyone nicknames like a bully, don't you think that would be really childish? I don't understand. I hope that taught you a good lesson, you know? It's childish, but it's funny. There's a difference between being funny and being mean, though. That's another important context. The best comedians know how to thread that needle of, like, poking fun at, but not being cruel, you know? So anyway, I appreciate every single one of you all. I need to get to work. Just remember that you are beautiful, you are loved, you are valid, you are strong, and you are fierce. Don't let anyone or anything ever, 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 ever dim your shine. I love all of you so much. Bye.